Every May 25th, Africa remembers its birth, a birth forged in the fire of anti-colonial struggles and the dream of unity. Today, at the ambassador's residence in Stockholm, diplomats, activists, and diaspora gather under one theme: justice for African and people of African descent, unlocking trade and investment for the future.
Thank you all for coming today. It's a great honor to welcome you at the Residence of Egypt to celebrate an event that is so dear to us, Africa Day.
Today, Africa is telling us one story through action, innovation, diplomacy, and unity. This is not only about historical reckoning, but about crafting a just economic order, one that recognizes the talents, aspiration, and the rightful place of African peoples in the global system. Justice, in this sense, must be practical. It must open doors for capital, markets, technology, and education. It must dismantle structures of exclusion and replace them with mechanisms of inclusion, both at home and in the diaspora.
It is no coincidence that Sweden and now the EU are focusing so much on competitiveness and on increasing trade with our partners around the world. Likewise, the African Continental Free Trade Area is a bold and historic step towards a vision of a more prosperous, integrated, and more globally influential continent. Swedish companies are eager to engage with African partners, not just as investors, but as co-creators in areas such as green and digital transformation.
After the impactful speeches, the mood turned into celebration and connection at the Africa Day event. Guests enjoyed a diverse African buffet, promoting dialogue amongst diplomats, Swedish government officials, Nordic institutions, business leaders, academics, and the African diaspora. Conversations focused on partnership opportunities, cultural exchange, and actionable steps to realize the day's theme.
My message for Africa is for us to stand tall in the world, in the international scene, and to be able to assert ourselves when necessary, and looking at issues on the face. African solution to African problem.
It's time for us not necessarily to accept handouts all the time. It's time for us to get out there and to make sure that the generation coming behind us is going to have the necessary skills to upskill the continent.
Doing more in terms of trade, understanding more about Africa, and just cementing our global identity as a continent to say, you know what, we are setting our own tone, we are defining ourselves and not having anyone define us for us.
It's our legacy to protect Africa and to open Africa between Africans.
As guests savor mouth-watering dishes and sway to enchanting African melodies, a sense of unity emerges. Culture serves as a foundation of diplomacy, where the beats of drums meet the flavor of shared meals. This is the intersection where policy embraces soul.
More like about how the culture and the cultural diversity and how the Africans work together in this area. For example, there are countries who are sitting together and they're having disputes between them, but they are together here and they're united.
We should join our hands to develop our countries and our continent, but also to strengthen the ties with the countries we are in, starting from Sweden.
The 2025 Africa Day celebration in Stockholm highlighted historical justice and future economic promise. It emphasized the need for reparative justice while showcasing Africa's potential and importance of inclusive partnerships and diaspora engagement in fostering trade and investment for a prosperous future.